I think there are two areas we can focus to solve or perhaps provide more help to startup company for cell and gene therapy, such as GenEditBio. One particular focus would be the CMC part, the manufacturing, because for biological products, the process is a product. So we have to spend a lot of the resource and time on the CMC advancement and optimization. And in Hong Kong right now, there's no CDMO facility available so far. So if we can build some CDMO facility in Hetao area, especially because it's like backed by the mainland in China, and also the import-export like advance in Hong Kong. So maybe we can invite some core facility together, and facility can be shared, so can be leveraged by GenEditBio, so we can use them to provide or generate the first-in-human clinical samples manufactured in Hetao. So that's one area. The other area is the clinical development. So we know that Hong Kong is pushing for the Great Bay Area Clinical Trial Center, and we are discussing some with the Hong Kong University hospitals, both in Hong Kong and in Shenzhen area, to do the clinical trial or first-in-human clinical trials for us and in gene editing, more advanced therapies. So these two areas definitely can accelerate our development path forward. Beside the two parts that we already talked about, the CMC clinical development, I think there are some parts are also very important, is that the commercial viability. So one thing we can leverage is actually to generate off-the-shelf products by using the in vivo approach, which means that we can generate one product for most of the patients, not autologous products, but in vivo approach. In that way, can reduce the price of the cost of goods or price dramatically and increase the accessibility to the patients. So just for example, first product for CRISPR gene editing therapeutics has been already approved in UK, in US, and in Saudi, which is a casvagin for sickle cell disease. But that one is ex vivo approach, which means that we have to individualize, manufacture the product and infuse back to the patients, which make the price really high. So we can see that the patient accessibility is low. I think one way Hong Kong biotech or worldwide can leverage is that to move from ex vivo approach to in vivo approach that will increase the patient's accessibility a lot. For patients is always our vision. I think in this year particularly, I think we have to look into the regulatory uncertainty because like such as for cell and gene therapy, those kind of new modality, the different geopolitical like territories, regulatory authority, they may have a different stage of the maturity in the regulatory reform or new guidance. I would encourage every biotech developer to interact with the different kind of regulatory authority in the earlier stage, and to have some interact meeting, pre-ID meeting earlier, and try to harmonize different regions' requirements together so we can do multi-regional clinical trials later on. So that's one thing we should look into. The other one is make sure that we have enough capital. I think the capital market environment is still having some uncertainty for different kind of stage of biotech. The exit strategy have to be more balanced or look into different routes. So besides straight IPO process and the private financing, we may need to get some endorsement from BD, licensing or co-development in the meanwhile, and also looking for a new exit path forward as well. So make it more flexible to adapt into the uncertainty of the environment.